All right, everybody, what's up? This is Anime Unrated Jesse Goku, Anime Unrated, or Geek Survivor. People want to call me Geek Survivor, and I don't know why. Because on the YouTube channel, that's my nickname. Well, anyway, we're back with another podcast. It's been a long, long time. It's been very, very long because we turned our YouTube channel into a video game streaming channel, which was something we never intended to do. But unfortunately, we started live streaming one day, and it got popular, and then we gained 40 subscribers through that in the short span of 2 months. So we decided to roll with it. But now Geeks 5 Ever has partnered up with Minishout.com, and our podcast will be featured on there, not exclusively because we got our other podcast channel called Shit Talk slash G5E, and that's going to start picking up. We're going to do our first podcast with at Comic Palooza, and that's going to be pre-recorded, and we're going to go from there. So joining me today is my boy Rock. He's one of the members of G5E. He helps us with the panels. Say hi to the people. Lovely.
You know, Darth Vader's joined the chat.
Why is it everyone in Star Wars has a breathing problem? What's wrong with the air?
All the Darth side smokes.
And joining us, he's a representative from multiple cons, including Delta and others. It's Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, well, okay. Everyone's not too enthusiastic right now because it's 3 in the morning. I fell asleep and I was supposed to do this podcast a lot sooner, but like I said, I fell asleep. And we're
All right,
just
let's do it.
all right. Today we're talking about Anime Matsuri 2017, which just happened at the George R. Brown Convention Center. It was definitely our first. It was my first time being back at Anime Matsuri since 2013. It was the first time I ever hosted a panel or any kind of event at Anime Matsuri. I've never hosted any kind of panel whatsoever at Anime Matsuri, and so this was it. It was our first time back, our first time hosting a panel, and I have to say, on a personal note, this is just me talking before we start reviewing. I want to thank everyone that came out to our events, our Dragon Ball versus Naruto, Digimon versus Pokemon, DC versus Marvel, our podcasting 101, and always our main show, the Super Cosplay Dating Game Show. Thank you everyone for coming out to the shows. You made them a huge success. I think the only thing that got more people than our panel were like the rave, burlesque, and the concert, and that's because they're in the main hall. Like our room overfilled, like double its limit. So thank you everyone for making that a huge success. All right, let's start talking about Anime Matsuri. What did you guys think? Like overall of the con? Like okay, let's start off with Nico. Nico, what did you think of Anime Matsuri this year compared to other years?
Seemed a lot better this year, actually. I mean, to most people, anyways, that I spoke to, they enjoyed themselves more. Less con drama, but that could be that I just deleted all those people and blocked them.
That seems, what's funny is that seems to be an issue. Like I'm seeing a lot of posts on the official Anime Matsuri group chat. Oh, was it? No, it's group, just group, not group chat. There's a lot of posting about Con Drama 2017, and I'm sitting over here wondering where did all this drama happen? I went to Anime Matsuri, and I've always heard about all this drama going on, and I thought for sure firsthand that I was gonna be in the middle of some of it, and sure, like no, none of it came our way. We didn't have any issues. We didn't have any problems. There was some drama, but it wasn't our drama. That we got to see it unfold. We didn't really get involved because we were kind of plastered. Anyways,
Like,
I know the feeling.
he's like, "Hey, this guy's missing." Oh well, you know what? I'm too frustrated from drinking all night to help you.
Toxic children.
This isn't. This is a mature audience podcast only. Remember, the opinions reflected on this show do not necessarily reflect those of the other admins or sponsors of Geeks 5 Ever. With that, we can continue.
please support their official release.
This is the official release. Oh, shout out to Under Subsidence who provides the theme song for all of Geeks 5 Ever podcast. They've been really good to us, and they got their merchandise on sale right now. You can look them up on Facebook. We'll try to post a link, but you can actually go and purchase their crap, their official link to Under Subsidence. They're a really cool band. They're really awesome, and they're growing. They're getting bigger. So okay, so you talked about con drama. Did you know anyone involved in that drama? Because I kind of want to know what happened. Where did this drama come from? What is this drama, or is it or is it? It's just some random girl running around whose name happens to be Drama.
It's
What's
typically, it's just the same toxic children. It's, it all revolves on the same crappy people, and I do say crappy people. And I do know some of them,
I want
but
a Krabby Patty.
they're so not worth my time at this point that I'm not even going to get into it.
Someone's getting old.
No, 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 I just don't care. Like, it just drags me down. It's too much. It's like, it makes us look bad, and it's like, back in the old days, there was no con drama, There
You said back in
was,
the old days.
there was none of this. Back when I was a young man.
Look here, Granddad.
Nah, back when, like, okay, back in like 2009, 2010, that area, not that long ago. When it was less popular to be at cons. I sound like a hipster. It still wasn't as bad, but when things got more popular, more people came in, it started being more about being, popular, elitist with your cosplay. God, I can't stand that.
Right.
Like, I've met people and they're like cool at first, and then like a few months later, they get popular because they showed their ass or something, which is basically all you have to do. Oh, sorry, cosplayers, but true. And then they suddenly, oh, I'm above you now. People want to look at my butt. Like, oh, congratulations! You should be so proud. You know, it's very
So
few pure cosplayers anymore.
Nico went off on a little bit of a rant.
I'm good with people that show their booty and everything, but I just get tired of
Rant
people that
con
like
'Look,
2017.
they
there's.
start to get elitist about it.
Let me tell you something. Booty is more important than water. More
What
important than
is more
some.
important than food?
More.
See, butt, a man's butt was more important than breathing, man.
Dude, you ever just gone to the, you ever
My
just
friends
go to
always
the
ask me like, "What
gym?
the shit is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Have y'all not seen the Booty Warrior
Yeah,
thing
no
from
shit. That shit is
Boondocks?"
fucking hilarious from the Boondocks. No, no. Like, okay, so you ever just go to the gym and you're just like on the
Yeah, I
whatever
see
cardio
the Booty
machine you're
Warrior.
on, whatever cardio machine you're on at the gym, you're just exhausted. And then suddenly this girl gets on the treadmill in front of you and her ass is just like perfect. And you just like you're in a trance and before you know it, it's been 40 minutes later after you got exhausted and you don't know where you are anymore.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wait, 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 wait. Anyways, so okay, so that's the okay. So a lot of people were complaining that Anime Matsuri lacked content. Okay, so I will say that is one of the only things I had an issue with Anime Matsuri. Not okay. So whenever I sign up for a panel, I usually sign up for bulks. Like I will sign up for at least 8 panels because I'm sorry, I cannot enjoy I cannot enjoy a con unless I'm doing stuff like hosting panels. And I got 5 panels. I had 3 of them on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. Now I hate the fact that I have to host panels on Sunday, but our panel did draw 300 people on a Sunday. That's unheard of at any other
Hey,
convention. Any other convention, that's unheard of. 300 people? No, that's not going to happen. But we drew 300 people. As a matter of fact, we drew more.
and my arms are still tired.
I'm still exhausted. I mean, Sundays are my hangover day. That's the day I wanted to sleep until they kick us out of the hotel room.
Sunday,
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, this is Saturday. Sorry.
No, no, Saturday
Can,
is our main.
can
Like
we
that's the
just
day I
rest
want to
and
be the most
catch all the
active.
sleep?
So, um, overall, I enjoyed
Right?
Anime Matsuri, and I think it was very beneficial for, especially if you're someone like us. We're still growing. We're not exactly known, but people are starting to hear about us now. It's
I was
starting
pretty
to.
tired at that con. I was dead tired at the end of that damn con.
Yeah, you
A
looked
lot to
pretty
do.
tired. You weren't as energetic as you normally were by the show. By the time we started our show.
Oh man, was I dead. It's just so many photo shoots, and there's a lot of panels I wanted to see. There wasn't much that was okay. Now, you know what? There was one thing that was severely disappointing, and I don't expect a whole hell of a lot from a rave or dance. And I'm sorry, Matsuri, but I'm gonna have to complain a little bit here because the shows were great. Like the Sailor Moon musical, awesome. I love that. I'm a Tuxedo Mask. The Baby Metal concert, not Baby Metal, Lady Beard concert. Sorry, awesome. It was fun. Yeah. You see, I like Baby Metal, so
You know what?
no. But the
I'm
rave, the dance, holy crap, that was bad.
okay.
Like,
I'm
ugh.
gonna have to agree with Nico. And I did say I only have one
Yeah,
complaint. I'm sorry, I lied. That is actually probably the biggest complaint I have for the. No, no. Okay, my complaint was there weren't enough panels. The thing I hated about Matsuri was the Saturday night rave. Okay, so the rave started at 12, and everybody wanted to go wait in line. I tell all of my friends, everyone in my room, don't wait in line. Just hang out in the room. You know, we're drinking a
Yep.
little, we're hanging out. Wait 30 minutes, the line will be gone, and you can just walk in. We walked into that rave about 30 to 45 minutes after it had started. We were in there for 15 minutes before I walked out. I walked in there buzzed, and I walked out sober.
I went in there buzzed too, but it was so freaking loud. Like I've been to a lot of those. I like going to them,
No,
but
but that's how
I
bad
could.
it was. It
It was.
killed my vibe.
Yeah, dude. Because bro, I'm
It,
like, and that's another thing about the Raven Anime Matsuri, bro. How come they were playing mostly trance music and like it's not a rave unless you can't really see shit except the lights strobing.
No,
man, well,
my
The way
complaint
well,
they have
was
they
set up
shifted. They
like the
shifted
light
every 5
bulb
seconds. Like you get
hallway
into
area
it, and they
fucking
shifted again.
room, so it's like
my complaint was with
light
the
lit
person who
up
was
like
supposed to be
hey,
DJing.
okay. Okay, let's say the rave is right there in that hallway right here. And connected to the hallway right here is right where the hotel is. You
But
go in this rave
We
and
can't
there's
hear
no
you. We can barely hear you.
it's like you walked off into a hallway. I can't see you.
I know. Why'd you walk off when we can't see you? This is an audio only podcast. Why did you walk off?
It was funny as shit for me. I'm
Okay, so,
sorry.
well, okay, I didn't like the fact that okay, I walked into a rave and I walked in expecting a rave and it turned into a concert.
It wasn't even a concert. It was so fucking loud, and the music sucked, and
yeah.
I couldn't get into anything.
Did
Like
you
me
not
and I
hear
went in there
the
with
Did you not hear the girl sing?
hold on, my Amazon device is talking for some reason. Anyways, okay, so damn it, fucking CIA trying to get to me again. But anyways, no, it was way too loud. I've never been to a dance that was that loud, like to where I said, okay, this hurts my ears. It's loud.
Usually
The
usually
music had
play
no flow.
Big Ninja Turtle.
What? Who are you talking to?
Talking to my homegirl Rose.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'm trying to figure out if she knows you or has met you.
uh,
Ah, okay, I heard Ninja Turtle, but yeah, no, it
yeah.
was
I'm
it was probably
like,
one of the worst ones I ever went to. Like, I went in there and I was like, you know what, I still want to enjoy this. I went back to my room and I had more vodka than I've ever had in my life, and I got back to the
You
rave
cat.
and no, it still wasn't good. And then I blacked out. I tried to make it that like good. It got to that point.
wait, we have an important. My listeners are asking a very important question right now.
Hold
It
on real quick.
No, this involves you, Rock. My listeners want to know: is Rose single? No. So, anyways, back to the rave. So I kind of felt like there was an invisible line. Like once you got to this half of the rave, you had to bump your fist and jump up and down towards the stage because the DJ was more of a. I felt like and I didn't know who the DJ was. I felt like the DJ had went nuts and decided to start singing, which was awful, by the way. I'm sorry if that person is super famous in whatever godforsaken country they're from, probably Japan.
Okay, no, you're right about the concert thing then, because yeah, nobody was dancing. They were all just jumping towards the stage.
Right. And then like the second half of the rave, like there were people dancing, but it was like 30% of the people were dancing, and then the other percentage were like people standing in circles watching other people dance.
Yeah, it sounds about right. That's what I like about Greg Aries' rage, because he'll actually yell at the audience to like, "Hey, get in your, go dance, go, do some stuff. Don't sit there and stare at me."
Yeah, but I like variety. A lot of DJs.
Some
No,
variety,
no, no
yeah. Like,
offense, but a lot of DJs, especially uh, whatever, like to play the same shit over and over and over. You
that's
know,
true.
Exactly.
I like to try different ice creams. I'm very very adventurous. I like to try new things. I just didn't like the fact that this person was singing on stage when they really couldn't sing to save their life.
I just couldn't find anything I liked about it, and I usually love that sort of thing. But everything else at the con itself was great. Aside,
The con itself, I really have no complaints except for the amount of panels that they had.
other than the price.
No, well, I wouldn't know.
Than the price.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
talk about
Okay.
the yeah. Well, I mean, don't you
Oh yeah,
get
dude, bro. What was with the? Why were the badges freaking 70, almost $80 this year? What was up with that?
they were
That,
$70 at the door if you didn't pre-register and got the discount.
What
I
I'm saying
always
is they
and I recommend to
time.
everybody before we continue on that, I do recommend to everyone listening to this podcast in whenever you're going to a convention It's better to pre-register in advance so you get the discount, so you don't spend $70 at the door.
I agree. Isn't it like 45 starting though? It's just like unheard of prices for what
Well,
we got
okay,
around here.
Exactly.
so
That's what I'm. Well, I
Matsuri is
too
growing.
much buy badge anyways, but even still,
I mean, well, I
And
feel I
you
feel
buy
like
I
it's our
like, oh,
responsibility though. We have to support. For me and Nico, there aren't a lot of conventions in Houston that are about anime. There are tons of conventions in Houston, but as far as anime conventions goes, we only have two anime conventions, I believe, in Houston.
yeah, Houston itself, yeah.
So
It's just that like it just seems way too high
yo, Jesse,
yes,
for what I'm getting out of it.
are you going to OniCon this year?
Yeah, I'll
um,
be there.
we are not going to discuss that in this podcast.
Okay.
We're not going to discuss Onicon right now. I don't want to go too far off track. So, Rock, man, based on your experiences with Anime Matsuri, could you say if this one was better than last year's, and what were some of the things and
Was
you liked about it?
by far the best. Well, first of all, I'm finally glad they got all that bullshit construction out the way, which made everything
Yeah.
just tremendously better.
It's so,
Like by
you know
and
what? It
better.
made the convention center a lot prettier, especially for
Exactly.
photo shoots.
So yeah, like I was like really, really happy about that. But like, yeah, like everything, like I like that they have like actual restaurants in the hotel now. Although be it they be kind of pricey, but you don't have to go like venture out too far to get like decent quality food. You know,
Just do the Mexican thing. When people like start getting up from their table, run towards their table and eat their leftovers.
I don't want to
Oh
catch,
yeah,
I don't want to catch plate herpes. That's just
yeah.
Anyways,
No, don't worry. After the first 10 times, you become immune.
so okay, so yeah, you can only Kirby's aren't like Pokemon. You can't catch them all. Anyways, so overall, so you enjoyed the convention, but what were some of the things that you have complaints about? You feel like Anime Matsuri could change, and we're talking about things that they can change. We're not talking about things they can't help, like the lack of security. You got to understand, folks, that Anime Matsuri covered more of the George R. Brown than it has that I have heard of. And the only other
I,
convention that covers that much of the George R. Brown is Comic Palooza. Now, Comic Palooza has been working at the George R. Brown for years and years, so they're pretty much like they're ahead of the game when it comes to running there. This is the first time that Anime Matsuri has worked with the entire George R. Brown without the construction, so security is going to be thin because they haven't worked at this level just yet. Now, next year, I am going to talk with them when it comes to my panels. I'm willing to bring my entire team as long as we get some kind of help with whatever we need. Like as far as we're not even gonna bring that up because I don't want to piss anybody off. But I told him that
I
my
didn't
team can
like
cover
that
security.
guy,
I didn't.
the one that came in and yelled at everyone, like like cursed at our crowd. I don't know what was up with that.
Okay, so
wait,
let me explain that.
who
So
cussed who?
okay, let me explain that. Okay, so we were in one of the biggest panel rooms that they had. Actually, yeah,
Yeah,
it was the biggest panel room they had before you went into their main events room, their ballroom. Like pretty much we were almost at the concerts level. So people like the problem with this panel is that the line circled around the convention center. So the line was so bad that all the staff members have to keep account at how many people enter the room. He couldn't even keep count because it was so bad. The line was so bad. Not only that, all the other doors alongside the panel room, they're not locked. People were actually
that was
sneaking in.
awful.
People were sneaking in, and my staff members were trying to help me set up, but at the same time watch the doors, and it actually became too overwhelming. And so
Yeah, there was like 8 different doors going in that freaking room.
yeah, no, seriously, there were more. There were like 10
Damn, dude.
doors, and like people were just walking in, sneaking in, just bum rushing my staff members, and we're not Anime Matsuri staff. That's not our job, but we wanted to help. But these people, like, apparently some underage people snuck in, and apparent, And some people on Facebook are saying, "Oh yeah, there were 12-year-olds." I didn't see any 12-year-olds.
I don't want any 12-year-olds in
Yeah.
there.
There weren't any.
Well,
Trust me, there were no 12-year-olds. If anything, probably like a 17-year-old or 16-year-old snuck in, but they weren't involved because if you look like you belong in high school, you're not going on a stage. Secondly, I mean, it's not our job. We're willing to do it if Matsuri's willing to work with us, and we are. We will do it next year.
Yeah.
But we just even for us, this was overwhelming as well. We didn't expect it because we had heard that the other dating game only did 5 rows. I'm sorry, 5 rows worth of people,
Right.
and like not even 10% of the room of the crowd at least had been to one of these events that we've hosted, so they didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah, we definitely need a new method of getting them on stage. Holy shit.
Yeah, we're
That
gonna
crowd was wild.
so we're gonna but that's the whole point though. I mean, it makes it spontaneous, but we're gonna make a new rule where if you get booed off the stage, you can't come back.
oh shit.
Dante.
That's gonna rub people the wrong. Oh
Because
yeah.
he did confront me about letting him back on the stage, and I'm like, dude, you've been booed off the stage too many times. It's out of my hands at this point. It's enough is enough. I mean, you keep being booed off stage, and you're not liked by the crowd. The crowd is actually starting to chant for you to be escorted out of the panel.
Yeah, I told him that, and he didn't listen to me.
He didn't listen to any of us.
Yeah, I was pretty close to him escorted out for real.
Like
No,
all
he
this,
was
okay.
actually almost escorted out of the panel because he kept rushing the stage, and they were literally dragging him off the stage.
Yeah, we had to push him off.
He wouldn't let go. I mean, but anyway, so like, okay, Rock, what were some of the things you had to complain about the con?
See, complaints. Well, aside from shit that that probably can't be helped by the hotel itself, I'm just like the
Wait, what
parking
did you
was.
have? What problem did you have with the hotel?
Oh, I had no problem with the hotel, dude. I'm talking about the something that the hotel probably can't do anything about was like the price of the parking.
Oh, that's on the hotel though.
Oh yeah, they need to do something about that shit because $18 a day, $20 a day, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is freaking a lot.
Oh, oh, that
Apparently,
reminds me.
year because
Go
it
ahead.
because it has never ever been that high. It's always been like freaking 10, yeah, $5 to $10. Yeah, that
That
shit.
main hotel has made it to where you weren't allowed to stand in the lobby, or not the lobby, but the area after the sky bridge. You couldn't be in there at all. They like you couldn't stand there and wait for a friend or anything. They're like, get out of here. You can't be here. And I was like, well, if I got a room here, why the hell are you telling me I can't stand here? It got awkward. I'm not talking like on the sky bridge. I'm just talking about in the room after it. And it was a big area.
Yeah, I know which area you're talking about.
That was
Can't
ridiculous.
loiter, can't loiter at the hotel you paid money to stay in. Sorry.
we
Yeah, I
we
can't
we heard
stand
about
the
that.
guy.
We heard that we heard that hotel security at the Hilton was being a little strict. That
Oh,
has nothing to do with
every year.
that has
Oh yeah, not
nothing.
the con's fault. No,
No,
no.
that
It's
has
just
not.
that's just one of the
Before
problems.
anyone says anything, that has nothing to do with the con. We're not blaming that on the convention. We're just
Right.
bitching. We're just bitching the bitch. We stayed at the Marriott. It was really nice, and I actually have no complaints.
Yeah, there
I,
were apparently like more of the hotel guests were staying at the Marriott than actually the convention center hotel. So
I went to
that's
the
one
embassy and
of the biggest.
it was real nice there,
Their Texas pool is real nice too.
and they treated us well. Oh yeah, the Texas pool looked amazing. I never want to stay at that other hotel though. Every year I've had issues with them.
In the shape of Texas.
Yeah, no, we are staying with the Marriott from now on.
More Texas in Texas.
Yeah.
A big ass swimming pool shaped like Texas. The
Um,
lazy river, matter of fact.
yeah, we made it into a sport to just stand outside our window and just stare at the hot women at the pool area.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're oh yeah, didn't we do a podcast about creepers?
You,
Now what's more
oh
Texas?
man.
Anyways, so
I shit on Matsuri a lot, but they did overall really well. I have no issues like fully with them. Like I'd go back every year at this point. I think they
I
did
would,
great.
as far as Geeks Five Ever and I'm concerned, I would have to say that this was definitely the best anime Matsuri that I have been to since 2009.
Yeah.
When you were working for them. Wait, you were working for me.
No,
Stop
no, no,
doing
no. In
That
Anime
was 2010.
Matsuri, that's
it. So
Anime Matsuri 2009. No, I was working for Eli.
Hey, he got fired though.
Yeah, he did
Wait,
get
maybe
fired.
we shouldn't talk about him actually. Now I think about it on here.
We didn't say any last names, so it could be anybody.
Oh, come on.
Wait, what were
Oh,
we
and
talking
they
about?
they remember him very well, by the way.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
that's fine. That's fine. This is a review. We are allowed to
yeah,
say whatever we want. I will take
that is
We
responsibility
do
if
what we want. Catch me
no,
outside.
I will take responsibility. But as far as 2009 goes, that was the anime Matsuri that they went head to head with Kamikaze Con, and they
right.
had pulled out all the stops when they brought in a lot of guests, including Miyavi, and that was their best anime Matsuri, and it was really hard to top that. But I feel this past anime Matsuri, not just because of my panels. No, I'm not. I'm not just trying to sound full of shit. My panels are great,
Nobody was saying nothing.
but I feel like this is the best. And I've been to a few of the anime Matsuris afterwards, and I feel like this one was definitely their best one in a
Yeah, it's better.
long time.
There was no con drama related to the con itself that I heard, so that's pretty good news. And
Uh,
there's always something I get, but not this time. And for Matsuri, you got nothing. That's real good,
yeah,
considering its size.
yeah. I mean, that's probably because of its size is probably is what's saving grace because with a smaller con, it's easier for the drama to circle around
I still
than with
never
the
spent
bigger.
$75 for a meet and greet with a cosplayer, but otherwise, good job.
I
Damn.
wouldn't spend $5 to meet and greet any goddamn cosplayer.
Cosplayers are a little overhyped sometimes, I
I will
think.
catch them outside. How about that?
Ain't that what I just said?
Well, so for my to give an example, Comic Palooza's next month, and you got people there on TV that are actually famous and actually skilled, that are out in public walking around and shit, and like you can walk up to them for free and talk to them and hang out with them like for a moment,
That's
not like for a
exactly
long
what I do
time,
when I see
but
them.
these are real actors
It's
and
like
stuff,
Alcon,
famous
dude.
people.
Alcon, Walter Jones, who played Zack the Power Ranger, they were
Yeah,
charging $20 for his autograph, but like at one of the room parties, at one of the parties for the con, he was there hitting on every big breasted chick that he could find, and he was
I,
plastered.
I knew he was a man after my own heart. Black Ranger, buddy.
He was charging for his. They were charging to take pictures with him at his autograph booth. Man, I snagged a few pictures with him at the party.
right. See
But I'm
that's the
Yeah.
point though. Like, why would you spend all that
Hard.
money just to meet a
Like party.
cosplayer? I understand that
If
it's hey,
everybody
they're
else is
cool, but
partying, they're not gonna be like all up on their nuts so hard.
yeah.
So
So if I don't know if any of the staff members from Anime Matsuri are ever going to listen to this, and if they do, I hopefully they take this in the right way. Um, my thing that I would really love for Anime Matsuri to fix, and it would make this con, it would probably make this con the best anime con I go attend regularly. I would add more panels, preferably less because, and I'm not sure if I'm even supposed to talk about this, but
unpaid panels.
there were 15 Homestuck panels.
There's
really,
always,
I
always,
serious?
Yes,
always.
and there were only about 75 panels.
Hey, panels are community run. It's our fault, technically.
Well, Geeks Five Ever is always signing up to run panels. You know me, like if I'm not
Yeah,
running a panel, I'm
yeah.
not happy.
Maybe I'll run one next year. I got some things and
Oh,
some
so you're gonna
stuff.
compete against me? I will bring the
Compete?
rain.
It'll have nothing to do with you.
I will bring the rain.
He's like,
Maybe
bring
I'll
the.
talk about indie film. I just did a commercial the other day after actually with James Harden and Beats.
We're gonna be doing more panels besides versus panels because I know those are funny, and people love them because I roast people in them. But we're gonna bring a little bit more to the table than just versus panels. We're gonna bring some other stuff. So hope everyone's looking forward to seeing us back next year, and Comic Palooza as well. We'll definitely be at Comic Palooza. Hopefully, I'm waiting on the approval email from Comic Palooza right now. But before
I'll
we,
be there on Saturday, by the way.
if anyone if anyone from Anime Matsuri staff listens to this, Nico, what was the one thing you would like to say to them for them to take, not as an insult but as constructive
Oh
criticism to
yeah, yeah.
better next year?
Well, you're right. It needs more panels that are unpaid. Like there's so many great things, but having to pay that amount of money is just unrealistic when you've already spent that other amount of money. Like there's a lot of us that really
What do
just
you
can't
okay
afford to do that.
retract rewind? Woo, paid panels. What do you mean? Were guests paid to host the panel, or you have to pay to get into the panel?
pay to get into the panel, like
What
the meeting
panels?
ones, tea
What-
party things. I mean, I understand ones where you're getting like you're drinking something, you're actually consuming something, but it just I don't like all the paid ones.
Oh, okay, that's different. Okay.
Right. There's
Uh,
just so many. And then it's very expensive. Like I said, some of the meet and greets were up in the like above $50, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
okay.
Because you go see them walking around. But okay, let me get away from that. They can have their paid panels, make their money. Maybe have a better just get someone better for their dance. Like that's not a hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, it's really not that hard.
G5E. No,
I
I don't want that shit.
would do it. I do shit
I'll
out
do
of
an
that.
informal dance. I'll do a social dance. I'll do anything but the rave. Okay.
I'll run.
Before we get to
Continue.
rock, Nico, what is your final score from 1 out of 10? 10 being 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. What is the score that you would give Anime Matsuri 2017?
Matsuri did a good job on that. I think it overhyped the ice rink a little bit. I just want to point that out as well.
Wait, what the hell? They had an ice rink?
Yeah, they said they're gonna have a full-on ice rink. I got there and this is little tiny square, and I'm like, you can only put 2 people on it at a time. And I was like, yeah, no. I mean, it was cool and everything, but I saw on Facebook John was saying that they had to move mountains to get this thing in there, and I was like, that's not an ice rink. That's like a pond. Like that's so freaking
You
small.
spilled your water and decided to freeze it.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like, and I don't like. I'm not shitting on them. That's kind of cool that they had it regardless, but it was just too small. Otherwise, 8 to 9.
No, you got to give me a damn score. Don't say 8 to 9.
8.
Okay, that's better.
That is the most generous score I've ever given a con. So they
Okay,
can take it as they.
Rock, if any of the Anime Matsuri staff members could listen to this podcast, or if they did, what would be the one thing you would say to them to help better the convention? What is the one thing you feel like they should try to fix to help make the convention a lot better?
And more varied vendors. Okay, go.
Parking, just finding a place to park in general is
The con doesn't control that, you jackass.
half of the con. More
We already
parking.
came up with the plan. Park at my house and we're gonna Uber.
I mean, come on, y'all are like already making all this money just from people coming to staying at the hotel for like 2 or 3 days, maybe longer, depending on what people got going on.
The convention doesn't control that though.
Right.
Remember, all these parking lots are privately owned.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that are owned by them, should I say? The
Like
one that
none of them, because none of them are owned by the Georgia Brown.
It's just in the middle of a damn city, so we have limited options. I
Yeah.
wish it wasn't. I'll be honest. I don't want it at the George R. Brown. I would probably be hated for that, but I don't like it there. It's too damn big. I feel like I'm walking through a giant empty hallway like the whole time at the con until you get into like a room or something.
I loved
just-
it because of the whole.
Yeah.
Because it was so massive, no con drama made it even close to us.
Man, I had to climb 3 flights of stairs to get to something. Then like there's nothing on the second. Nothing on the second floor. Completely empty on the second floor.
Oh, look at that. The cosplayer's natural enemy, exercise.
Hell no. No.
Hey, for a ninja, every day is leg day. F you.
God damn. No, man, I was an orienteer. I used to national level running, but look, no, it's not that. But when you have a certain kind of cosplay on where you can't do that, it gets kind of difficult. And I'm not like I know that's the cosplayer's fault, but it's just the emptiness.
First off,
like
they had elevators and escalators. Why were you taking the stairs?
You tell that Reinhardt that, but like to get to the certain places, certain things, it was a little difficult.
Okay, all right. Rock. Besides parking, what else?
Complaint was I don't really.
No,
have
not
much.
complaint. Like constructive criticism. What is one thing you think they could change to help make the con better? Not something you bitched about all weekend.
Well,
The what?
let me see. I got nothing, dude. Aside from that.
Okay. Besides the shitty parking situation, what would you rate the con on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would give it a 9. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Absolutely no complaints, bro.
All right. Well,
minor
as
stuff.
I will say this: I feel like Anime Matsuri did really well. Like I said, it was one of their best ones in a long, long time. I feel like they need more events though. They need more panel rooms and they need more panels.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Geeks 5 we're willing to submit 20 panels if we have to.
Oh, jeez.
I will work 20 panels. I will sit there and I will host 20 panels.
I would suffer and die.
You don't have to do it with me. I can do it by myself. There were some times where these guys weren't even with me. They would show up 10 minutes before the panel was over.
Ouch. Wait, who?
Everybody.
Nah, if I show up, I show up.
Yeah, no, you followed me to the bathroom, which was weird.
What? No, that's how I said hello, remember?
Yeah, I was like, how are
I
you
was
gonna?
like,
You caught me when I was at my most vulnerable, though.
I walk in and go, hello, Jesse.
Oh man, my pants were at my ankles. I'm like, shit, literally.
I want you.
Somebody's
I'm gonna have you.
hands
Damn,
on
that.
We
now.
can do this the easy way or the hard way.
The
Eh.
choice is yours.
The choice is yours.
I would prefer a rave that would it's actually a rave, not a concert. I mean, that's up to y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want.
Y'all
I
said
I
make
would prefer
a
more of a rave than a concert. I feel like it would have a bigger
Yeah.
draw and it would give people more incentive to dance rather than
like my
jump
friend
up and
said,
down.
perhaps hardcore.
Dude, I look forward to
Oh,
that like more than anything else. Like I love that thing. And like Teddy Lloyd was there last year and he was amazing. Like he
Wait,
did a great job.
hold on, stop. What are we talking about?
The rave.
the
The
music
what
at the
is?
rave.
Okay, all right.
Teddy Lloyd was the DJ last year and he was very good.
DJs apparently. Yes. Yes,
Hmm
that thing. Better DJs.
And what happened to the Friday dance? Like even the little cons always have one of those. I know Friday.
It was a concert and it was burlesque and it was the formal and the not so formal dance.
That was another thing. Okay, you just brought up the Nerdlesque was at 2 a.m. What the hell?
Yeah, that's a little too late for a panel because by
That
then people are already plastered.
Yeah, well, like that's the time when people should be getting done with the dance. Like you can start ending the dance at 2, but starting the Nerdlesque at 2. That was I gotta be up early and I got photo shoots and shit. Saturday, that's the big day. So why start something? Because it was even hard on them too. You could tell they were tired, the dancers and the performers and everything. Like this, that kind of sucked for everybody.
Oh, another thing that I want to applaud John, the owner of and one of the owners of Anime Matsuri.
Hmm?
I want to applaud him for making the decision to finally make the rave for Anime Matsuri 18 plus.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
idea.
there you go.
I mean, it always should have been. It's a good idea. Yeah.
Now I don't have to worry about who I'm picking up.
Oh my God.
Look
Hey,
at
okay. I will say this though. I don't believe I had my ID checked at the door.
Nobody checked IDs this year at the door.
Exactly what I mean.
It wasn't 18 plus. You do realize that, right?
Huh?
The rave at Anime Matsuri was not 18 plus.
Oh, I thought you said it was. Oh, okay.
No, no, no. It is now for 2018.
Oh, okay. Badass. Good move.
be
Okay,
careful.
I heard that wrong. I like it. I'm happy to hear that, but
Uh,
always, be wary
So,
anyways, because people sneak in.
um, overall, Anime Matsuri between these two and a couple other people that did give us scores. I did realize some of their complaints. I mentioned them as my complaints, but they're kind of really theirs. Overall, Anime Matsuri with Geeks 5 Ever gets an 8.5 out of 10, which, by the way, is the highest score any convention has gotten with us this year. IkiCon did about a 7, PAX did about an 8, AllCon is about a 7.5, Anime Matsuri being an 8.5, and it might just match Comic Palooza because Comic Palooza does about 8.5. So that's really really good because I think only one convention's ever gotten a 9 with us, and that was I think that was actually, you know what, I don't remember what goddamn con got a 9. I don't think any con has ever gotten a 9 with us. We're kind of brutal with our rating system.
right.
Right, and it
I
doesn't
thought
seem
we were
like we are.
fair. Well,
It
like,
doesn't
okay, if
seem
you
like we
compare it
are.
to other cons, though, which I can't really say too much about because I represent them, it would be a lot freaking lower. Believe me there. I mean, there's one con I want to call like a 2 right now, but I won't. I can't. Uh, yeah. So, Matsuri
Yeah,
did
no,
very, very
don't do
good.
that. Especially when I submit and work events at these
Oh, no,
cons.
no,
So
you're good. You're good. And that's why I'm not going to say which one. But Matsuri did a very good job. What was your number for it, though?
Black's Rock's number was a 9.
And
Yours was an
yours?
8. I give it an 8.5, but the overall score is 8.5.
Oh, that makes sense. So right in the middle then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8.5 is fair. I didn't know I could give it an 8.5. I would have given it that.
Yeah, no. So the overall score, if you change your score to an 8.5, then
You
So
said
the
you wanted a
average.
solid number. I was like, it's 8 to
like
9.
you gave
No, no,
that
no.
eight
Well, no, because you
point
said
five. Like,
8 or 9. Like, no, no, no. I need a one number, a solid number. No, I didn't. I mean, you can do 8.5. Just I
Okay.
don't like it when people
Fine.
do like 8.7 because that shit doesn't make any sense.
I'm like, wait, what?
Oh man, my God. Hey, by the way, where did he say that it was going to be 18 plus? Where did you
He
see?
announced it on the Anime Matsuri group.
Okay, I was actually scrolling through it right now to see that. I wonder what made that decision, besides the fact
The
that
constant
it's delayed,
bitching, the constant bitching,
bitching from
the crowd, the people, the attendees.
good. Wow, so it's officially becoming an adult con.
Yeah.
Good.
Uh,
Anyways,
Honestly, that is very good. That's a good thing to me.
all
I
right.
like.
So, do you guys have anything last before you want to say for the podcast, at least before we bring it to a close?
I think Matsuri made up for some of its, years ahead issues and is making itself look as the premier Houston convention. It'll be very hard for anybody else to compete with them.
What about you, Black Rock? I mean, why do I keep calling you Black Sonic?
yeah, because me and him are like nothing alike.
Damn.
Damn.
He's just the only black guy you're used to being around all the time. So
That's not true. I have another black friend whose name is Griff, who's like the Chris Tucker of black people. Anyways, any last things either one of y'all want to say? I know Nico said something. Rock, is there anything you want to say before we end it?
no, I'm pretty good. I pretty much said all I have to say. Just the rave actually a rave, and lower parking.
Yeah, and more big booty bitches.
Exactly.
All right.
uh,
Oh, and the subscriber
what?
count just went down.
More BJ
Anyways,
plays, damn it.
so for those of you that haven't liked check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/geeks5ever. Check out our video game live streaming channel at youtube.com/geeks5ever. We also have shit talk slash G5E on YouTube. We don't have 100 subscribers, so we don't have a custom URL. So just search for that, I guess. Also, we're gonna be on minishout.com on their podcast label. All of our podcasts from this point forward will be on Mini Shout. You can check them out once again, minishout.com. Shout out to John, the one of the con chairs owners of Anime Matsuri, who made a decision to make the rave 18 plus. I want to give a shout out to the rest of the Geeks 5 Hour staff. 17 who couldn't be here because I did the
Denise
podcast
as
late. I fell
well.
asleep. Black Sonic, shout out to sleeping because that's something we're supposed to be doing. Shout out to food because cosplayers need that shit. Remember, if you have any complaints, please submit them to Geeks 5 Ever. Um, this is a mature audience only podcast, so if you were warned in the beginning, if you stayed and listened, I mean, it's not for the easily offended, obviously. So,
AKA, that guy that came into your panel
okay, yeah. Before we continue, before we end it, yes, I want to bring that up.
Hmm.
All of our versus panels: Pokemon versus Digimon, Dragon Ball versus Naruto, DC versus Marvel, Star Wars versus Star Trek, Ruby versus Sailor Moon. Oh, which we haven't
Oh
announced, by the
snap!
way. Oh, spoiler alert. um, um, Homestuck versus My Little Pony,
What
Overwatch
the hell?
versus League. All these panels are 14 plus. They are PG 14. Because of the graphic, the offensive language that is used during the panel. They're not adult panels because there is no adult content besides the cussing.
Oh, by the way,
Therefore,
They did move the Nerd Last show to 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Just want to
Oh
point that
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah,
They,
yeah.
they,
I forgot. I knew they did that. I just forgot to mention
they,
it.
they took care of that problem just like that, so we're good.
Okay, so there was one guy who brought his kids to our Digimon vs Pokemon, and it's described in the panel description that this is a trash talking panel. And so I told him like, hey man, listen, this is a PG-14 panel. I apologize. But it is PG-14. There's going to be offensive language used. And he got up, and I was telling him, look, I'm sorry. They should have told you at the door. He's like, no, you don't know shit about Pokemon or Digimon. They're for kids. I'm like, what?
Whoa.
And even the
Yeah.
audience was like, ooh. And then I was like, you know what, motherfucker? I didn't tell you. I'm not the one who told you to have kids. Like, they're called condoms. Learn how to use them.
I
What y'all
just,
doing?
still, I couldn't believe that you didn't roast him while he was still in the room. Good,
Yeah,
good.
I wasn't gonna roast him in front of his kids. I'm more worried about the kids ending up like him.
Oh, okay, I gotta check out now, guys. Have fun with this one.
All right. No, like I said, thank you for listening to the podcast. I'm Jesse Goku, also known as King Mexico. King Mexico. Viva la raza. Stay classy, everyone.